It's kind of like an orangey, rustic kind of look, I guess you could call it. It looks just like this. But I just want this video to be about the eyes, because it took me a lot of work. But yeah, I just want this video to be about the eyes. And I guess the lips too. I love lipstick, so I guess the lips too. Why not? Let's be about the eyes and the lips today. So yeah, I know I'm new to this. I know I'm new to this game, but I'm really looking forward to see where I can take this. You know. So that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna let you guys get to the tutorial, and I hope you enjoy. Bye. Figured we just get right into this tutorial. Oh, actually, let me tell you what I already have on my face. For primer, I did use this Maybelline Master Prime, the Blur and Smooth one. And then right after that, I put this NYX concealer. It's the Dark Circle Concealer. And I think this is in the shade Medium, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if you guys can see that. But I did put that under my eyes and like on the corners on and off. You know, under my eyes mainly for my dark circles. And I do have a little darkness here, so I did just put a little bit of that there. And I did actually just use this, you know, e.l.f. small concealer brush to kind of just dip it in there and then just place it on, and I just kind of blended it out with my fingers. And then for eyebrows, it's actually all drugstore. I used this Milani brow shaping clear wax, and I just put it over my eyebrows to kind of give my shape. And so I think this is Maybelline. Yeah, Maybelline Definer Brow, the pencil, and I just outlined my brows and kind of filled in the end, the tail. And then to fill in the rest of my brows, I just used this e.l.f. eyebrow kit. You know, the duo, the one that has the wax and the powder. And I think this is in medium. Yeah, it's in medium. So I just used the powder. I never used the wax, but I did use the powder and just filled in my brows. And then, you know, went in with a spoolie and just blended everything out. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess we could just get started. The eyes, I am going to bring you in a little bit closer to my face, which is scary. Actually, I haven't done concealer yet, so let me do that first. I'm going to take this Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer and just kind of, you know, place that under my eyes, everywhere where I usually conceal. This is maybe like one shade lighter than my skin tone, but I do like that concealer. But I'm just gonna go in with this L'Oreal Magic Lumi Concealer. It's like a highlighting pen, and just kind of take that right here to kind of just give it a little more, I guess, to give it a brightening effect. Okay, and after that's blended out, I take my Ben Nye banana powder. I do kind of just pat a little bit of the powder onto the cap. It just makes things easier for me. And I go in with a brush. I usually go in with a cosmetic wedge and bake under my, bake under my eyes. But today I'm just gonna go in with this e.l.f. blush brush, I believe it is. Yeah. Now that you guys are closer, you kind of can see better what I'm going to do to my eyes. I'm going to take this NYX eyeshadow base. I used it in my last video. It's in the shade 03. And I'm just going to take a pencil brush. I take my BH Cosmetics pencil brush because this isn't really anything, you know, to make it look pretty. It's just to make sure that the product gets placed on my eyes. So I'm just going to take that on a little pencil brush and just place it on there with the pencil brush. I am going to go all the way to the top because, like I said, this is a dramatic look. So I kind of want to make sure I get the best coverage possible. Okay, and I'm just going to go in with my finger. And make sure that gets all blended in. I'm gonna go back in with that pencil brush and dip it back into the NYX eyeshadow base and kind of just run it under my eyes. Okay, so after I placed that NYX eyeshadow base under the eyes, and I already did blend out the eyeshadow base that's on the lids, I'm gonna go in with my transition shade, which it is this NYX eyeshadow, and it's called Maybe Later. Yeah, it's called Maybe Later. Okay, and after we got that nice transition shade down, I am gonna go in with the Anastasia Amrezy palette. Actually, the colors in here are just to die for. I die for. So with this Anastasia Amrezy palette, I'm gonna go in with the shade Caramel on this blending brush. It is a little smaller than the one I used for my transition shade, and that's kind of the point, to make sure that it gets in just a little bit more defined in the crease. So like I said, I'm gonna go in with Caramel. Oh, and actually use this mirror and just tap off the excess and go right into the crease. And I'm gonna go back in with the big fluffy brush that we started off with and just blend it out to make sure there's no, you know, sharp lines or anything like that. I can spend hours blending. Okay. So now after that, I'm gonna go back in to the Amrezy palette, and I'm gonna take another blending brush, but it's again thinner than the last two to kind of get even more defined into the crease. And this is the Real Techniques base shadow brush. So I'm gonna go with Morocco. Hit that on the tip of the brush, tap off the excess, and kind of go even more defined into the crease. Not to do a cut crease, but just, I just like that gradient of those three colors. And again, back in with the first blending brush to kind of just blend everything together. I'm going to use this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk and just place it right on my lid. Just a little bit, nothing crazy. Okay. And after that, I'm just going to use my finger and just blend it out. I just want it on the lid. I don't need it anywhere else. I'm just focusing that on the lid. This is a NYX Ultra Pearl Mania. That's what it's called. It's this little tiny tube like this. It's in the shade Rust Ruil LP22. And this color, I mean, I don't know if you guys can see it just from the tube, but it is beautiful. It is honestly beautiful. So I'm going to give my life. And okay, so with this shadow brush, I'm just gonna wet it a little bit with some Fix Plus, which I'm running super low on. So I'm just gonna wet it a little bit. Kind of just dip my brush in there lightly. And another reason why I kind of use the baking method as well, because if there's any fallout, when I swipe away the banana powder, it'll swipe away the fallout as well. So I'm just gonna place this everywhere where that's all I gotta say. I'm just gonna place this where I put that milk. Look at that. We don't wanna go. I'm gonna go back in with that brush that we used for the shade Morocco. And I'm gonna dip back in just a tiny bit back into Morocco. Tap off even that excess and just put that right in the crease, kind of blend everything together. So I'm gonna go back in with the brush that we used for caramel, dip just the tip back into caramel and kind of blend on top too, because I felt like we kind of lost that color in the whole blending process and we don't want to lose any of those layers. Okay, now I'm gonna take a shadow brush. I just used this e.l.f. dollar shadow brush in the same Amrezy palette. Go into that shade Vanilla. I'm gonna show you guys the shade now. This shade right here, Vanilla. Just lightly put the brush in there, tap off the excess, and just use that. I'm gonna use that as my brown bone highlight. So now using my beautiful dual fiber brush, I'm just gonna wipe away all that excess banana powder. That face was hella cute. Okay, now you see how there was a lot of fun. I'm going to take this flat definer brush. It's another e.l.f. brush, believe it or not. This flat definer brush, I'm gonna go in with caramel. Step it right back into that caramel, girl. I'm gonna go right back into caramel. Okay, and place it right on the lower lash line. Kind of smoke it out a little bit. Okay, and now I'm going to take another kind of small definer brush, but it's more of a smudge brush, I guess you can say. I'm gonna dip it into Morocco and kind of just put it a little closer to the lash line. Right now. So what I'm going to do is go back into that brush that we use as our transition shade, hit the tip of the brush with that, tap off the excess, and just run it on the bottom lash line to kind of blend everything out just a little bit better. But I am using these eyelashes, the 131s. For eyeliner, I'm going to use the NYC, the NYC High Definition Liquid Eyeliner. I'm pretty sure this is the felt tip. It just makes things easy for me because like I'm also not great at putting at least a little eyeliner. I'm not doing anything too thick or too crazy. You guys will see when I get back. But yeah, I'm just gonna put a little eyeliner to kind of make the falsies blend in a little better. And I am gonna use this duo glue. I think it is one of their new ones because it comes with a brush applicator, which is heaven. So yeah, eyeliner. So now I'm going to contour using this City Color contour palette. I'm gonna go in with the Real Techniques contour brush and actually go back and forth with these two brushes. If you saw my look, I am going to contour my nose. I am going to again go in with both shades back and forth, and I'm going to use that Sonia Kashuk brush that we use to blend the transition color on the bottom of the eyelids. I do have more. Going back to the contouring, I'm going to use the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder. I think this is in Sunny. I do need a darker one, but hey. So I'm going to take this with my big Tula brush. I'm pretty sure this is from Sedona Lace. Just going to go in there and kind of just blend out that contour. And for highlight, I'm going to go in with MAC's Happy Together. This is an old thing. I'm pretty sure it's a blush, but it looks like this. And now for blush, it's actually a cream blush, which I usually don't use, but this color is very beautiful. It is a Laura Mercier blush, and it's Pink Cheeky Veil. Hopefully I don't hit it too hard. And I'm just gonna put that on the apples of my cheeks. This color is beautiful. It looks like a burnt orange, pink. Oh. Before we do that, I am going to go back in with this shader brush. And I'm going to dip a little bit back into that pigment that we used, but not in the actual pigment. I'm just going to take from the top here. Just dip the tip of the brush, just the tip. Just dip it in there a little bit. Tap off the excess because I don't want no more fallout because, you know, ain't no baking method down there to save it. And just kind of go on the bottom lashes. I'm going to go back in with that e.l.f. shadow brush. Go into the vanilla shade right here in the Amrezy palette. Tap off the excess and just kind of hit the inner corners with that. Just kind of. So after we do that, now the last and final step is the lips. So I'm gonna go in with this lip liner from NYX, and it is in Nude Truffle. I love this lip liner. I've used it plenty of times on its own and plenty of times with lighter lipsticks. I do like to overdraw my lips just a little bit. Sometimes I do go crazy overdrawing my lips, but I'm just gonna overdraw them a little bit right now. It'll be one lip color, and this is NYX lip liner in Nude Truffle. Okay, now to lighten up the look, I guess soften it, look a little more romantic, I'm gonna take MAC's Modesty. It's a cream sheen. I'm gonna place that right on top of the lip liner and kind of really work it in there. This is that lip color. Yeah, I love this look. I love the way it came out, and I hope you guys love it too. And if you do, please like, subscribe, rate, comment, whatever you want. I will be gonna just gonna cough my brains out. That really just happened. I just took an eyeliner and put it on my lips instead of the... Coño. This shit keeps falling. Girl, them lips look plump.